I get so many requests from the senior golfer on, can you help a senior golfer? How do I get better? I'm losing flexibility. Now we're asking the wrong person here because she's like 25 years old, but I'm losing flexibility, I'm losing speed, I'm losing distance. I just don't make that sound when I'm trying to hit the golf ball. So I'm gonna give you, even though you're far from a senior, 3 tips that I think that'll help. And again, you play a lot with a different range of people.
I do.
Right?
Yeah, all ages. Yeah, all ages, all the time.
Yep. So what we're going to do is I'm going to give you 3 basic tips that I think will help you senior players gain a little more distance and just strike the ball a little more solid, okay?
All right, sounds good.
All right, go ahead and set up to it. So first thing I want you to do, set up to that golf ball right there. First thing I want you to do is, it's the grip. The grip is so important here, okay? So if this is Caroline's typical golf grip and she has a good grip, okay? I'm going to take her right hand off and we're going to strengthen the grip. So we're going to turn the left hand over, keeping the thumb on the club, turning the whole forearm over and everything. So now when she looks down, she's going to be able to see at least 2 knuckles. I'd say a minimum for you senior players, at least 2 knuckles, maybe 3. Now I'm going to put her right hand on and we're going to strengthen it too. So go ahead and put it on. Yeah, we're going to keep it under a little bit more. So let that right hand relax on there, but we're going to just barely cover that thumb. Now, why are we strengthening that grip is the question. So the reason we're doing that is if you watched Caroline take the golf club back, okay, now go ahead and take it to the top. As she comes down with a stronger grip and she gets down into impact position, this will close up a lot earlier. So as a senior player, your hands aren't gonna have to be as fast to get there. The club will square up a lot quicker. So it's a lot less work, Caroline, for players to have to, you know, not have to flip it as much with their hands and their arms. Because again, part of what happens as a senior is you lose your flexibility, you lose your speed at the bottom, and your hand and eye coordination is a little slower, right?
Absolutely.
So I think that's really key. So again, as you see her do that, go ahead and go back to your regular grip. Caroline's regular grip, take it to the top, okay? As you see, when she comes down with her, she'll have fast hands, so this club's a little more open, so she's okay. She can rotate faster and rotate her forearms faster. That stronger grip is gonna help a senior player do that quicker.
Absolutely.
Okay, so don't change your grip. You're not there yet. You're not a senior yet.
Hey, I'm getting older and older. I'm a lot older than when I was playing in college.
Yeah,
so,
right? Yeah, you're getting there. Okay, second thing is, seniors lose flexibility in their lower body and their ability to turn, right? So go ahead and take your normal setup. Perfect. So when you set up that way, your feet are typically pretty square, right?
Pretty square.
Okay.
Yep.
So now what I want her to do is I want her to take this back foot and I want her to flare out her toe a little bit. Again, if she does that, she's still in her regular setup, but when she turns, it's going to allow her, go ahead and turn, to have a lot more ability to get into her right side. Do you see the freedom? Now, the reason that I wouldn't do this with a regular golfer is, again, sometimes you can get too much motion back and forth and be able to move. But if you're restricted and not being able to move as much, look how she can get into her right side really easy that way, which is important. So she's able to turn a little bit more with that foot flared out, and it's going to give her the ability to get behind the golf ball. Look how well she can get behind the golf ball that way, which is really important. Feel a little more loose to you that way?
I do feel loose, and I do notice, you know, senior golfers, their swings look short.
Right.
This is a way to really get behind the ball.
And get longer. Yeah, and get longer. It's exactly right. Last thing we're going to work on is ball position. Go ahead and set up to it, Caroline. So go with your regular setup with your square feet.
I have my 8-iron.
Yep, so 8-iron regular setup with her square feet. She's about middle ball position or maybe even a little bit forward, okay? What I would like her to do here, and I'll grab a yardage stick so you can see it, is I want her to move that ball position back just a little bit. So if you're right here, I want you to move it back just about an inch or two. There you go, so move your feet an inch or two, because the reason we're doing this now is, again, flare your foot out now. As we're flaring our foot out, we're able to get behind the ball and turn a little bit more. But again, as a senior, if you watch Caroline hit balls, she has a lot of forward motion in her golf swing because she still has that flexibility in her hips and her body. As a senior, you don't have the ability to do that as much. So now we're having that good turn, so go ahead and turn back to it. Good. You'll get to the golf ball first and you'll hit the ball first this way. Important, right, when you're playing golf?
Absolutely.
So again, so what I want to do is I want you to feel like you're getting to that golf ball first. Take your normal swing for me. Go ahead and set up to it. So again, take it to the top and stop. Now normally she would move laterally a little bit, see, to get that position. But again, as we're seniors, we don't have the ability to have that motion. So we're going to try to stop that by moving the ball position back.
Okay.
So all right, so 3 things. Stronger grip, show them for me.
Stronger grip.
How's that feel to you when you're a little stronger?
Different.
Different, right?
Different.
Changing the grip.
I'm wondering how my shot would go with it.
Yeah, we're going to find out in a few minutes.
I can see how it would help you know, other seniors.
Flare the foot out a little bit. Good, good. Now she's gonna be able to turn a little bit more. Move that ball position back about an inch for me, all right?
Move it back
yes,
a little
move
bit
it back.
more. That's
There you go, right there. Those 3 things right there. We're gonna turn Caroline into a senior for just a second. Good. Now, as you can see with Caroline, that's a lot more motion that you have, right? Feels different for you.
That almost felt like I was opening way up over here, but how good would that be for somebody who doesn't have flexibility anymore?
That's exactly right.